Hello, my friends. I just wanted to hop on and talk to you today about a new diagnosis with thyroid disease. You have the eye thyroid disease, sometimes coupled with that, and I do, in fact, have that. If you've been following my journey, that's how that my ophthalmologist knew because my eye was literally like that. Yes, after I had surgery, it went down. I still have dry eye. It's hard to wear contacts. If I do wear them, I have to do a hydrating contact and a daily. I can't leave them in overnight, child. I won't be able to open my eyes, okay? And so anyway, I went to get my eyes checked because I had a lumbar puncture back in August because the doctor in May saw that I had pressure behind my eyes, which was causing like some vision issues and really bad headaches. After I had the lumbar puncture done, I noticed some changes in my vision. And when I tried to tell my doctor in the follow-up, he was like, oh, it shouldn't have been that much of a change. I was like, now, child, listen, something is really different from before I had this procedure. I just took it upon myself to go and see the doctor again. And I saw a new one this time. And so he said, I can see that you do have intracranial hypertension, which is why you had the lumbar puncture, but it looks like the pressure is under control. However, there is something going on with the eye tissue glands in your eyelids. And I said, no, what now? The what? My eye gland tissues are supposed to, like the veins in my eyes and the glands in my eyes are supposed to be straight. Look at my hands, y'all. Mine are like this. And he said they're constipated. He was like, and you have lost about 90% of your tissue glands. Because I did tell him when I was doing my exam, I do this a lot. And he was like, that's because it's very dry on the inside because your eye tissue glands, I'm trying to get it right, y'all, are not draining. The thyroid disease and inflammation caused by the disease has basically cause the glands to die. That is not something that is commonly tested with the equipment that's needed to take those pictures in the eyelids unless it's like an extreme circumstance. I said basically once you done got to a point where you going like this all the time, then they do the testing. So he was like, well, all you can do now is apply heat twice a day, especially at night. Try to preserve the 10% that you have left. And then in your top lids, you have more, 50%, but they're squiggly and they're supposed to be straight. And so I was like, well, how I keep them from being squiggly? Can they straighten out? He was like, yes, with that same heat and with them draining before they get constipated because they get squiggly and then they start drawing up. So y'all get your eyes checked and ask them to check your tissues, especially if you're having like dryness or you're squinting a lot, or looking at screens a lot and find yourself just wanting to touch your eyes or close them a lot. I just hope this helps somebody. Even if you don't have thyroid disease, maybe get your glands checked if you have any of these symptoms. And I just hope this helps somebody and brings some awareness. We just kind of have to take the news that we're given and just let God give us the comfort and peace that we need and keep moving. So y'all know I'm gonna keep it pushing now with a smile.